Say hello when you come in. Tell me who you are and where you're from. And we'll get started here in a minute. I'm going to talk about something that we hear a lot of talk about in today's world. And I'm maybe going to take a new perspective on it. Hey, Rita. So hang tight with me. Say hello when you come in and tell me where you're from, and we will get started here in just a second. Hey, David, thanks for joining. I appreciate it. I'm going to talk about changing the game today, real quickly. So it looks like people are rolling in. I know there's a delay on the response, but please say hello when you come in. And if this is meaningful to you when we get done, please hit that share button and share the message with those you love and care about. So we hear a lot of talk about, hey, Peter, good to see you. We hear a lot of talk in today's world, particularly from the younger generations, but not just the younger generations. There's older generations as well, who are talking about, I want to be a game changer. I want to make a difference. I want to make an impact. I want to change the world. And yet, what I'm going to submit to you, with all love and respect, is that most people who are talking about being a game changer are not game changers. Now, here's the thing. You don't change the game by massaging and tweaking the same we've been playing for hundreds of years. Are you with me on this? I guess I got on a roll with this yesterday when someone, I was in my group Project Stay Home, where we're really working and growing and learning every single week live to change the game and change ourselves. And someone posted a quote from Elon Musk in the group that said, Elon Musk says, take the red pill. And I'm like, really? Because in my opinion, with all due love and respect to Elon Musk is not a game changer. Neither is Zuckerberg. Neither is Bezos. They're not game changers. You don't change the game by playing the same old game we played for hundreds of years in a new way. Are you with me on this? Zuckerberg and Amazon did not change the game. All they did was find a new way for us to continue to be mass consumers and to continue to purchase and continue to shop and continue to buy more stuff than we need in maybe a more efficient way, in a different way. That's not changing the game. What Musk did was take high dollar cars and transportation and find a new way to come up with, high dollar cars and transportation. And I could go on, but hopefully you get the point. You don't change the game by playing the same game we played for hundreds of years. Now, this is important because you can't change the world until you change your world. Because you can't give what you don't have. Does that make sense to you? How are you going to change the world if you can't change your world? Now look at what's happening during COVID crazy. The mass majority, a lot of my posts keep getting taken down and they are blocked and my website is blocked. Go figure. Why? Because I'm wanting to change the game. But the mass majority, just check it out. No disrespect. I have the utmost respect for everyone. And yet the fact is that most people in the leadership and spiritual and personal performance industry have not even taken a position on what's going on in the world. Why? Because they're too afraid to take a stand. They're too afraid that they might lose something. Well, when you really wake up now, you realize that the only thing that has true and lasting value is that which can never be lost. If it can be lost or taken away, it has no value. I got nothing to lose. You know, I quote, lost it all back in 2009, 10, 11. But I really didn't. I just lost the BS. I just lost the illusion. And I woke up to a greater level to recognize that who I was not the big house and the big car and the big money. You know, look at what most people are doing during COVID crazy. The same old thing, because they don't have any game. They don't have any game. They got one card. Let me show you how to be an online marketer. Let me show you how, now you need to move your money into gold. Oh, let me teach you how to buy real estate. On and on and on and on. Same old stuff, same old story. Second verse, third verse, fourth verse. And what's going to happen as we come out of this? Because never before in our world history have we had a chance to really change the game more so than we have right now. Are we going to do it? I'd like to be optimistic, but I'm not an optimist. I'm not a pessimist. I'm an activist. And time will tell. But what I see is as things start to ramp back up slowly, most people are ready to get out and start making money again and start getting back to the new normal. Well, I'm tired of hearing about that too, because look, the old normal was horrible. For hundreds of years, we've chased economics and we've chased Wall Street and we've chased the almighty dollar. And we were doing pretty good at it, right? But prior to COVID crazy, do you realize prior to every 40 seconds, in the midst of all that economic prowess, so to speak, every 40 seconds, someone committed suicide in this world. Every 40 seconds. And it's worse than that because everyone who was, quote, successful at taking their own life, there were 20 more who attempted and weren't successful. It's not working. 72% of the people surveyed prior to COVID crazy were absolutely miserable and disengaged from their work. And yet now they're not working and they're freaking out about it. They were miserable because they had to go to this job that they hated, and now they don't have it. And they're wishing, hey, Laura, Project Stay Home member right there, someone who's really committed to truly being a game changer. And now, how many times have you, like me, heard someone say, man, I need a new job. I hate my job. I'm miserable at my job. It's so boring. I'm over it. And now they don't have it. And they're going, oh, I need that job back. Right? Why? Because you're bought in to the lies and the conditioning that have been fed to you, spoon-fed to you since the time you were born, that those things are going to make you happy. Well, they're not going to make you happy. 72% of the people are miserable chasing those things. Hey, Rochelle, there's another member of our Project Stay Home. They're not going to make you happy. Every 40 seconds, someone's committing suicide. They're not. What's up with that? 16.2 million people prior to COVID crazy were depressed and taking some kind of medication, just in the U.S. alone. And now, since COVID crazy, all those things are on the rise. Suicide's on the rise. Domestic violence on the rise. The use of antidepressants has increased by almost 50% in the last several weeks. And we want to go back to normal, or maybe it's the new normal. No, we've got to change the game. And to change the game, you've got to play a completely new game, And the ones who we hold up in high regard as game changers, they're not game changers. They're playing the same old game we've played for hundreds of years. Chase the dollar, build a big business, get a nice car, get a nice house, wear some nice jewelry, maybe get a plane. Seriously. And the people who are proponents of that and advocates of those things, look at what's happening. Just check your feed. Same old stuff. They're either really quiet or same old stuff. You know, never before has there been a time to be an online, more so than now, to be an online marketer. That's the same old stuff. Same old stuff. Let me teach you how to move your money from cash and Bitcoin into gold. That's the same old stuff. It's not a game changer. Do you really want to change the game? You want to make an impact. You want to make a difference. Let me give you the fundamentals right here. If you want to make a difference in the world, first and foremost, you have to be different. You have to stand up now. And if you're unwilling to take a stand, then you stand for nothing. You don't stand for anything. You've sold out. You say, boy, James, that's intense. You know, I'm to hopefully help you remember the things you've forgotten to remember, because the time is now. Remember who you are. You're not your house, you're not your car, you're not your business, you're not your bank account. You're so much more than that. You're so much more than that. It's time to remember the things you've forgotten to remember and forget the things you've forgotten to forget. Right now. Never before have we had an opportunity as a world to really change the game, more so than we have now. And shame on us if we don't. Shame on us if we don't. You know, what the masses are going to do, if we don't get enough critical mass of people who are willing to take a stand, of people who want to change the game, what's going to happen is the mass mentality, the socialized mind, is going to go back into the same old game with less liberties. And that's not freedom. Okay, you know, let's draw a distinction between liberty and freedom. Liberty is the ability to come and go and do as you please. Freedom is the ability to choose how you experience life's experiences, situations, circumstances. No one can take that away. It can only be given away. What do you stand for? Because until you're willing to take and you never know what you stand for until you do take a stand. I'm glad you're here today, because who knows how long this video will stay up. Why? You know, isn't it really interesting? In your best interest, YouTube and Instagram and Facebook are taking down videos that have, quote, misinformation. Well, isn't that really interesting? In your best interest. Really? I think your best interest is to be able to do your own research and to think for yourself. But no. No, we're going to control what you think. But isn't it also interesting that so many videos have been taken down on YouTube that don't preach the party line because they're, quote, false information, and yet all the Bigfoot videos are still up? So I guess Bigfoot is real. All the UFO videos are still up. Why is it that all those videos and all these other controversial videos are still up? Why is it that it's only the COVID craziness videos that are getting taken down, that anything that is against the party line is getting taken down around COVID craziness, but everything else, you can digest it and think for yourself. And look, guys, here's the thing. How far are you willing to let it go? Because, you know, and forgive me, those of you, I just saw India weigh in, hi Pranav, you know, and there's others of you from around the world, And let me just use a U.S. example, but of course we're in a world bowl of soup right now. All of us are in the same soup. We're swimming in the same soup, or maybe the same toilet, whatever. But the fact is that let's just look at the U.S. for a minute. We have constitutional rights. Well, how long are we willing to let it go? In the Constitution, we have the right to assemble. No, we don't. It's being violated. Might get a virus. We have the right to worship. No, we don't. It's being violated. We have the right to free speech. No. And guess what? This is all in your best interest. Okay. So as we start to ramp back up and come out of what's been in our best interest, now we're wearing masks or being enforced or required to wear masks. Seriously? And all this, take it or leave it. This is my opinion. Consider it or don't. This is my opinion and my experience. And I've got a lot of years under my belt. But all this, diversity has been part of a ruse, part of a plan to divide. All of this, political corruption of a big plan and a ruse to divide us so that everyone gets offended about something. And we get further and further divided. And now we got to wear masks. You can't even see people's faces anymore. And we can't get more than 6 feet next to someone. What else are we going to have? What else are we going to accept? When would now be the time to take your power back? We got to change the game. And boy, don't we love watching movies like Braveheart, all right? Why? Because they inspire us. They inspire us to be who we know we are, but we don't have the courage to be. They may take our freedom. They may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom. And I would add to that the caveat that they can never take your freedom. They can take your liberty. We already differentiated. But freedom is inside, and it can never be lost. It can never be taken. It can only be given away. I'm here to lovingly and powerfully call you out and hopefully remind you of who you are. Because when I lost everything in 2009, 2010, and I say that, I lost everything external, everything that socialized mind and the system told me was important. When I lost it all, I remembered what's really valuable. And why is it that so many people are not taking a position and they're trying to go on with business as usual? Because they still buy in to the lies and the BS that all those things are valuable. They're not valuable. No, they're not. The only thing that has true and lasting value is law of reversal, Vicky. I love it. The only thing that has true and lasting value is that which can never be lost or taken. If it can be lost or taken, it is not valuable. We got to stop being divided and get united. Look, it's a fact. There were 15 families that run all the media in this entire world. 15. That's, if they're married, and let's just look at the patriarch and the matriarch, that's 30 people. Run the entire media, not counting any kids. How much power do they have against 8 billion unified people? 0. What are you going to do? We have an opportunity. God, life, has given us the biggest opportunity maybe in our entire lifetimes to see through the veneer and the lies, to peel back the veil, and to see what's really going on and what's truly important, and to remember, to rejoin, remember with who we really are. It takes courage. You bet it does. It takes work. You bet it does. You can change a habit, but to change your conditioning is really, really hard. I'm calling you and challenging you to step up, to take your power back, to remember how much infinite power you have working through you, to remember who you really are. You're not this body, you're not your bank account, you're not your business, you're not your job, you're not any of those things. You're so much more than that. When would now be the time to remember? Look, if I can help you, there's a link above my head. Project Stay Home, I've talked to you about many times. We're doing free coaching sessions I've talked to you about before. It's time for you to invest in you. You want to change the game, you have to change your game. You want to make a difference, you have to become different. Because you can't give what you don't have. And Bersabeh, my lovely wife, and I are here to support you and help you. That's all we live, eat, and breathe. So if you're interested, really, really committed, then click the link and come join us. Let us help you. Now's the time. You have an infinite power and ability that's just waiting to rush through you. There's no force in this earth, on this planet, that can even stand a chance against the force and the power that can potentially come through you. But you have to open up and become a great channel for it. I want to thank you for a couple of moments of your day. Look, if this is valuable, please hit the share button. Please hit the share button and share it with those people you love and care about. It's time to stop looking for leaders and to choose to be the leader that you really are. Lots of love, infinite love is the way. Fear has no power against infinite love. Infinite love is the way. God bless you. Have a masterful day.